Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.
Something from my life personally, or witnessing from people that are close to me is, oh my goodness, this is literally like, this podcast is gold. This episode is gold because you just said something when you said how people perceive love has a lot to do with what they see and what they experience when they're younger. And if they see physical abuse or sexual abuse, or just in one way or the other, when they're younger, then it can um, kind of play a huge role in how they see love. All right. Last question, I promise you. Why do you think it is that you have people, and most times, and from my experiences, it's normally the women that I love so much, that I see this growing up, or they see what happened to their mother or their aunt. They see how their mother or their aunt had to come up and had single parent or an abusive relationship, and they know what they don't want. They know what they don't want to deal with. They know what not to do, and they keep that in mind. Yet somehow they still find themselves in that position. Why do you think that still happens?
Oh, there's a number of reasons that it can happen because toxic relationships, and I've actually written a poem about this. Like the experience, it's not how one will perceive who's never experienced abuse, because what I realized in the relationship that I was in, like, you know, it would happen one time and then you think, okay, that's that. Like, it's nothing that happens every day. It's not like that person is mean to you every day, because a lot of times our abusers, and I wrote this too, they're like the best lovers. They make you feel high and lifted sometimes, but then you have those moments where it's just like, okay, this is the fucking devil. So, when you start to realize people's patterns, which, often happens along down the line, that's when you're able to be like, okay, this is how it's going to be forever, and that's toxic. I don't want to be a part of that. Like, this bad now outweighs the good, because again, those kind of relationships are not completely heinous. It's not a sad situation every day like how people would think. Like, it literally happens periodically. But again, when you start to realize that that's a pattern, and that you might experience this twice a year or once a year, like, you realize, okay, you know what, I don't want to experience that at all. So now I have to just nip this in the bud and leave, because I'm not going to give you an opportunity to disappoint me in that way again. But people like that who witness those things growing up and, can tell themselves that they won't end up in those kind of situations, it's so many factors that go into it, how you can still end up in a situation like that, and I just can't even really,
Because it depends.
explain it, but it happens. And it happens to some of the people who we think are the strongest, who we find to be the most admirable, because love, man, it's a strong thing, dangerous thing. It can make you accept and do things that you thought you never would. So if you meet the right predator, it's easy to end up in this kind of situation.
That's all you have to say on that. Thank you.